Hi friends, welcome to the start of a really fun vlog that I'm really excited about. It is currently Thanksgiving, November 24th at 8:16 p.m. When the clock strikes midnight, I will probably be asleep, but I'm going to start a reading challenge for myself. So this is going to take place Friday through Sunday. So in lieu of my usual reading vlogs where I'm updating you and telling you everything I think about books that I'm reading over a weekend, I want to do a challenge. That way there's some form of content going on, but since I'm reading a bunch of Goodreads choice books, I don't have to really tell you my opinions. I can just tell you what it's about and maybe update you a little bit about my opinion, but hide my rating or something along those lines. So that challenge is going to be, I'm going to try and read for 24 hours over the span of 3 days, and not just like, you know, oh, I'm gonna read and assume it's been 24 hours or do like a 24-hour readathon. I am intending upon setting a timer, and once the timer starts, that is when I start reading, and if I stop reading, I have to stop the timer. And my goal is the timer will equal 24 hours. This will help negate some of the screen time that I've been doing, especially over the holidays, like hanging out, not doing a whole lot. I really want to try and stay off my phone a bit, or like if I'm using my phone, use it for the Kindle app rather than like mindlessly scrolling through TikTok or social media, watching YouTube videos, things like that. And it's not to say that I'm not going to do those things, but I'm hoping that I will do less of them in favor of reading more. Since I've got 4 days off from work, I want to capitalize on that. So let me tell you the books I'm planning on reading. I am currently in the middle of Funny You Should Ask by Elissa Sussman. I am also currently in the middle of The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. I am reading this one as an ebook. I have the physical copy and audiobook of Funny You Should Ask, and I'm not feeling any type of way about either of them. So hopefully I can move through those. I have so many audiobooks out right now, it's crazy. So I like have so many options that I can pick from. I'd really love to make some progress on the Goodreads choice videos, so I'd really love to finish The Fine Print and this one this weekend, and like maybe another book or two within these 24 hours. I also have to edit some videos because I haven't started editing my Goodreads choice video, and that's gonna be a big mess if I don't start that now. Okay, so it looks like the next audiobooks I have do actually have physical copies of too, so that works out. So sorry, new angle. You were on the books, which were my tripod. The two books that I have that are going to expire for the audiobooks. This one, the audiobook is due in 5 days. This is The Wedding Crasher by Sosa. And Ever After Summer, every Summer After. Why can I never say this title? Every Summer After by Carley Fortune. This audiobook is due in 9 days. So I've got both of these audiobooks expiring soon, so I really need to get through these. So hopefully I can finish these this weekend. Now would be 4 books, which would be great. I also have Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover that I unfortunately am going to read. I have that on audiobook and ebook as well through Kindle Unlimited, and Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher on ebook. I'm sure I've got some other things. Oh, I have The Twisted Hate, Twisted Love, Twisted Games, whatever it is. Those books by Anna Huang on audio. So I've got a multitude of selections here. I am going to be using an app called Forest. This is like a paid app. This is not obviously sponsored or anything like that. But they've got these little trees you can plant, and you can like do it up to 2 hours, and then you earn coins with that. I put mine in hard mode or the deep focus, which is that top option there, and that basically means that if you close the app, your tree will die. Your goal is to grow a very healthy forest. I haven't done any focusing time today. Oops, sorry. So like I have a blank tree, so what I'm gonna do is every single time I'm reading, I'm either gonna be using my Kindle or using an audiobook, some form of it. My goal is to calculate how much time I spent planting trees over those 3 days, and then hopefully have a really healthy forest and have read and focused for 24 hours. I just got this app recently, and here's all I've done. You can see one time my tree died. It's that one back there, so that little sad little tree, but there's a bunch of different ones that you can do. The more time you focus, the more like cute trees you can unlock. There's so many options. Sorry, don't look at me, look at this. Like there's so many options, and I'd love to unlock some of these. There's some really cute flowers and fun things, and then you can also specify like what you're doing. So I set up like a reading one so I know like what I'm doing. Sometimes I use this at work to keep me focused and off my phone at work. It's just a really great thing, and the more time you spend, like sometimes the prettier the tree ends up. It's really fun, and I really like it. So that's what I'm going to use to hopefully calculate the 24 hours. I'm gonna go read a little bit, and once it hits midnight or whenever I decide to update you on this, I will let you know like where I'm at in each of the books, so we can see exactly how much I'm reading, maybe even calculate pages within the 24 hours. That could be fun. So that's the start of this vlog. So I hope you like the idea. I hope this is interesting. I just really want to see how much reading I can get done if I'm not goofing off as much. We'll see. I'll keep you updated. This is probably the last time I'm going to look nice. Today was Thanksgiving, so I look nice today. Prepare for the rest of the vlog for me to look a little busted. It's just how it is. I'll keep you updated. I'm so excited. I hope you're excited too. Good morning. It's 11:30 on Friday. I've been reading a little bit this morning. I actually forgot to like plant the tree early when I started, so that's my bad, but I planted a little bush this morning, and I listened for like 20 minutes to the audiobook according to this. I actually listened to a little bit more. I've probably listened to about 30 minutes worth, and I'm reading Funny You Should Ask. I'm so sorry about the lighting here. I'm reading Funny You Should Ask by Elissa Sussman. Her name is Hani, not Cheney. I think I said it was Cheney earlier. It's Hani. And basically Hani is interviewing Gabe, who is going to be the next James Bond. There's controversy about that, so she's writing an interview in hopes that it will like be a really good interview that works out for him and her, and she ends up going with him to this red carpet event for one of his friends Ollie's movies, and like tension starts to build. But by the same token, later on it takes place on 2 different time zones, like or time frames. It takes place like then and then like 10 years later, and I don't know if you can tell based on how I'm describing this, but like it's not great. I'm about halfway through. Let me figure out what page I'm on. Please hold. Okay, I figured it out. I'm on page 160, and this book isn't very long, so it's about halfway. And for me to be like, I really don't know what's going on, and also like not great. I think it's basically just like they met 10 years ago, and like there was maybe a little bit of like romantic spark between them, but not really, because they each had their own partners or their own issues to deal with, and then like 10 years later they reunite and all of that. But like I don't really care about this blog that she's writing. I don't care about the movie. I don't care that he's famous. I don't you know, it's not anything stand out. So let's talk about the fine print. This kind of just serves as like my starting point for everything. On the fine print, I'm on chapter 18, which is 33% of the way through the book. Am I loving that one? No. Do I like it more than this one? Yes. It's objectively a little bit better. You know, it's just like it's neither of them are really standout books to me. So over the next 3 days, today through Sunday, I'm going to try and read for a total of 24 hours. So I'm going to start that now. I'm going to probably audiobook this a little bit because I don't have the attention span to do the fine print right now. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I'll keep you updated. I'm gonna plant some trees. I'm gonna remember to plant my trees this morning. I will. I just did another 20-minute sprint, and I got to page 187 in Funny You Should Ask. We're gonna go pick up lunch, so I'm gonna keep growing my forest. Hello friends, so I have a reading update on Funny You Should Ask. I've been reading this for the afternoon. I'm almost done with it. I'm on page 302, which is, how many pages are in this book? 340, so I'm almost at the end. And I have thoughts. I think the reason this book isn't working for me is because, first of all, they don't really have any chemistry. The whole relationship is founded on something that happened 10 years ago in the past, where they like had a flirty thing happen, but like nothing really happened. They kind of kissed, and that was pretty much it. And this whole like unresolved romantic tension is founded on the fact that they kissed once. They weren't ever together. They never were in a relationship. They kissed. And she feels so wronged by him, and it's just like kind of weird. And I don't really care about the vlog stuff that's happening in here, and I don't care about the fact that he's famous, and like neither of their plot lines or their characters are super interesting to me. It's just not working. It's just not working. And like the way it's written, especially on audio, it's hard to like discern, like, are we in the past, are we in the present, and like it's not super clear all the time. It's just not working for me. So with me being like 40 pages from the end, basically, I think I'm gonna give it like a 1.5. I'll obviously update you when the time comes, but yeah. But I've done a lot of reading, and I've been logging it all on my little time app, so I'm hoping that the fine print at least hits a little better. And I gotta figure out another audiobook to start after this one. I have a ton of options, but this just isn't working for me, and I'm ready for it to be over. So I'm going to just power through the last little bit. I think in like 20 or 30 minutes I can be done. I could plant another little bush or a tree or something. I need to change because I've been doing the bush all day, so I'm just gonna have like a field full of bushes for the day. So I need to change what plant I'm using, but there's your update on that. Yeah. Hello friends, it's 5 p.m. I've got my cozy lamp on because it emits heat and it's cold in my room right now. I have read for 2 hours and 5 minutes today. At least that's what I've logged. And I have finished Funny You Should Ask by Elissa Sussman. My rating of 1.5 stars still stands. I think I've kind of been over my general feelings here. It's just, it wasn't really founded on anything. The timeline was hard to keep track of because you've got dual timelines happening here. The characters didn't really have chemistry, and her whole tension and angst and their whole romantic tension as the whole thing was founded on a little bit of kissing and dry humping that happened 10 years ago. 10 years. 10 years. I'm sorry, what? And it's just like, she feels like her whole career has been defined by this interview that she did of Gabe. She's bitter about that because obviously she's like, I want to be defined by my writing and my work, not the work that I did of a man and like his fame making me have popularity and whatever. But then she like takes that out on him, and there was like a really stupid third act breakup. It didn't need to be there. It just made it worse, and like all around just sucked. I'd give it 1 star, but like 1 star is if I like detest a book and have to like DNF it. I finished it, so like it gets a 1.5. That doesn't mean anything. Goodreads is still gonna say it's a 1, but I'll update all of my ratings for these after the Goodreads Choice Awards, so my Goodreads doesn't spoil anything. But yeah, I need to update my Goodreads vlog. So next I'm going to try and get through a good chunk of the fine print. Like I said, I'm 33% of the way through that. I'd love to finish it today. I don't know that I will. So this is my next read. Let's see how many pages this is. 385-ish. So that's doable in like a day. The audiobook says it's 11 hours. Anyways, I gotta update my Goodreads choice video. So I'm gonna do that. TTYL. Ew! Did I say TTYL? Hi friends, it's 2 o'clock on Saturday. I'm still reading the fine print. I'm 80% of the way through it. And I am proud to share that I'm enjoying it. It's actually quite good. Once we got to the halfway point, things picked up and I was like, yeah, I like this. Now, I think like most billionaire romances are kind of the same. So if you've read a lot of those and you're tired of it, I would encourage you to stay away from this one. However, it is my first billionaire romance. So I'm really enjoying it. He was like, you know, he's kind of just like a brooding, grumpy, rich prick, but it's growing on me. It is. Well, he is. Let's be honest. And I'm just having a great time reading it. So far today, I have focused for 1 hour and 28 minutes. And yesterday, how did I do? Yesterday, I focused for 3 hours and 24 minutes. So I'm like at 5 hours, not even 5 hours for this whole thing, and I'm on the 2nd day, which means that I have to get through 19 hours between now and the end of the day tomorrow. Do I think that's going to be possible? No. But am I going to have fun doing it? Yes. So my goal is to obviously finish the fine print, maybe start terms and conditions, and also not drop my phone and make my way through The Wedding Crasher by Mia Sosa. So that's where we're at. Terms and Conditions is the one that's actually on the Goodreads Choice Awards, but I'm reading this as like the prequel. It'll be good once I get an audiobook for this one going, because like I breeze through audiobooks. I can just sit there for like an hour and listen to an audiobook. So that will be good because that will constitute more time, but I just don't think it's going to be possible for me to like actually meet my goal of 24 hours. Yesterday was busier than I anticipated, but I had a good time. So I'm gonna keep reading this and I'll keep checking in with you. Hi friends, I just wanted to update that I finished the fine print. So next up for me is Terms and Conditions. I can give you a little time update, but my timer is like finishing up, so I'll update you on my time here shortly. But I really liked that one, and I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars. Like, I really enjoyed that one. It was really fun once like we got things rolling. I think I'm gonna do this one because I kind of want an audiobook for a little bit, and I'm really excited about it. We'll see how it goes. I am freezing cold, and halfway through The Wedding Crasher by Mia Sosa, my thoughts so far. I'm really liking it. It's enjoyable. It's fun. So we have our main character, Dean, and he was supposed to be marrying this woman who I cannot remember the name of. And before the wedding, Solange finds the bride like hooking up with one of the people in the bridal party and basically objects to the marriage. And Dean is working at a law firm, and they're trying to get like a new business partner involved so they can like grow their business within the law firm. And he's proposing to his boss that he should be the one to show this person around town and like get them convinced to be a part of the company. And his also like company rival is trying to get on that too, and his company rival's like married. He's like, oh well, you know, I tend to not talk about my personal life at work, but like I have this girlfriend and like things are pretty serious, and like, you know, it would be fun to do like a couples thing with them. He's like, yeah, my girlfriend is Solange, and we've been friends forever, and after my wedding ended and she objected to it, she just knew what was best for me, and things started happening. Then things, you know, they start to go on these dates with the other business people, and things start to grow between them romantically. It's good. I remember Mia Sosa's last book, The Worst Best Man, had either like Portuguese or Brazilian references, and those are a little bit like sprinkled throughout this one, not as heavily as they were in The Worst Best Man. I think like in The Worst Best Man, like her family ran like a Portuguese or Brazilian like bakery or restaurant or something. So there's less of those influences in this one, but they're still like trickled throughout, and it's really cute, and I'm really enjoying it. And the characters have really good chemistry, which is a welcome relief after Funny You Should Ask, where they had like no chemistry. These characters have really good chemistry. It's sitting at like a 4.5 right now. I'm really enjoying it, and I think the fake dating is going to turn out really well. So there's your update on that. Hi friends, it's late, so I can't talk super loud because everyone in my family is asleep, but it's 11:20 and I just finished The Wedding Crasher by Mia Sosa. This is 385 pages, so that brings my total to like 685 plus whatever I read from Funny You Should Ask. I haven't calculated that, but you'll see the number down there. But so far the reading challenge is going really well. I mean, I'm probably nearing 700 to 800. The next book I'm gonna read is Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. I'm still gonna work on that on the ebook. Tell you how much I've read or like focused on my app. It says 7 hours and 49 minutes. I think I've like read a little bit longer than that. My goal was 8 hours each day. I didn't do 8 hours yesterday. I only did like 3. So I met my goal for today almost. I will before I go to bed. I'm not super tired yet, so I'm still gonna do some reading. But I don't know that I'm going to achieve the 24 hours, but my goal is to be really, really close. If not, I'm going to like quickly update my Goodreads choice video. I keep like doing them both. It's really challenging. I'm gonna have a fun time organizing this footage later. But oh, let me show you my garden for the day, because that's the whole fun part of all this. Look at my cute little garden for the day. It's 2 p.m. on Sunday. I started reading every summer after late last night, early this morning, and I am on page 175, and I have focused for about 3.5 hours. So I'm over halfway through. My audiobook says I'm 60% of the way through. And honestly, it's nothing crazy. So it follows our main character, Persephone. She used to live in this small lake type town, almost like the The Summer I Turned Pretty, that series. They live in like this lake house, and their neighbors are these two young boys, and she grows close to one of them. His name is Sam. His brother Charlie's a little bit older. Charlie introduces them because Sam and Persephone are the same age. She goes by Percy, and for some reason Percy disappears or like leaves the town, and like they don't really talk much anymore. They had some like inklings of a relationship in the past, and she returns to the town after the passing of Sam's mom, and then like they see each other for the first time again after all these like years. And it definitely has like an adult The Summer I Turned Pretty vibe. So that's what this is. I'm liking it. It's fine. It's easy read. It's like a 3-star. It's an easy read. It's nothing stand out to me yet. I do like, you know, past childhood romance boyfriend type things, and then meeting each other again as adults and having that separation of time between there, because like obviously the characters are going to experience emotional and personal growth as they age, and so like the reflection of their past relationship when they were teens versus them now as adults is always fun for me. I always like that because it always dives into some more deep interpersonal stuff. And then also the heavier topic of Sam's mom having passed is obviously something like I enjoy because I like hard-hitting stuff. I'm about to go for a walk and listen to some more of this audiobook. I think my family's joining me on the walk, so I'm not gonna bring my camera. They like, I think they know, but they don't know, you know? And also I would just have to carry it around, so I'm just gonna listen to the audiobook and bring my headphones and enjoy this. And yeah, I have not read any of Terms and Conditions yet because I've just been plowing through audiobooks. That's been kind of my mental state, but I do want to start Terms and Conditions at some point today. So that's the game plan. And today's the last day of the challenge. I don't think I'm gonna reach 24 hours. I think I ended yesterday on like 10, and then today, or the first day, I ended at like 4. So I would have to read another 10 today. I think it's possible. I'm not sure. And I'm currently have a timer going, so I need to get back to reading and make up for this time. But yeah, I just can't check in on how much I read yesterday, but I have to read like 12 hours today or something ridiculous, and I just don't think that's gonna happen. Especially not because it's 2 p.m. but I can extend it if I want to, right? Like I could extend it into the morning, but I work tomorrow, so I'm not gonna do that. Anyways, I digress. I'm gonna keep reading this. I'll update you when I have an update. Welcome back to the video update angle. I finished every summer after. I just got back from my walk and took a shower and relaxed for a bit, and I just finished it. I'm gonna keep my rating a secret for the Goodreads Choice Awards video, but what I will say is it was good, but it wasn't like anything notable. So now I gotta pick what I'm gonna read next. What do I think it's gonna be? I really think I really gotta get through Terms and Conditions and then the Twisted Love series thing. So I think those are next up. I don't know how much time I've focused today, but all exciting things. Good morning, friends. It's the next day. The reading challenge is over, and I wanted to go over how things ended up for me. On November 25th, I focused for 3 hours and 24 minutes. On November 26th, I focused for 7 hours and 49 minutes. And yesterday, November 27th, I focused for 9 hours and 16 minutes. So I focused or read for 20.5 hours. So 4 off from my goal, but pretty darn good. And this is how many pages I read. So I consider it a success. I had a great time. I finished books and I got some reading done and gave myself a good challenge and read more than I would have originally, which is the ultimate goal. I didn't meet the 24 hours, but I read more than I would have if I didn't do this challenge. So that concludes